Hey guys, I'm recording this on a Thursday, and tomorrow I'll be setting off to go to where I'm going to be staying for the weekend, and then on the weekend I'll be at the new Talking Pictures TV Festival of Film, which I'm really looking forward to. And yeah, tomorrow is Friday the 13th when I'm setting off, but hopefully, it will still go well despite that date, and also the Saturday, which is the first day of this event. It will be a week after my birthday because my birthday was on Saturday last week. So I think this will be a very good birthday treat for me because I really did enjoy the last two Talking Pictures TV shows that I've been to. Yeah, and I'll be wearing this cap, which I bought at the last one, and again I'll be wearing the t-shirt. I'll be bringing the t-shirts there, which I bought at previous events. And yeah, I'd also again like I did when I vlogged the previous one. I'll give a shout out to Frank Globe of Reviews. Now he said that he'd do a review on the Footage Detectives box set. He said that a while ago, but he hasn't been doing videos recently because unfortunately his health isn't good. But I did see he put up a community post recently saying that he's hoping to get back into doing videos soon. So yeah, so hope you do get better soon, Frank. I hope you do enjoy it. I do know he likes the Talking Pictures TV stuff as well, and he likes that Footage Detective show, which they do that, and he has a box set which I also have, and yeah, he said he'd review that sometime. And one more thing, I did a video where I looked at the guests that they'd announced for this event, and I thought that that was the complete full list, but at the last moment they added another one. They added Jeffrey Holland again, who I already saw at the first one that I went to back in like March, and he's going to be doing his Stan Laurel performance again, which I did see him do that at the last one, and yeah, it was very, very good. And when he was interviewed after, that was very good as well. So I will look forward to seeing him again at this one. So yeah, I'll see you there at the event, guys. All right, so I'm back from the show now. I really had such a great time there. I think I'll show something I didn't show before. I got this a while ago. I didn't realize, but it was another one of these booklets which I've shown before. So yeah, and this here says like Digby and Rory apologize if you hear them. So basically, it's they allow people to ring into the Talking Pictures studio, which is in like a house, and have a chat if they want to. I'm guessing the dogs, those are like Sarah's dog. Sarah is Noel Cronin's daughter. Noel founded the channel. But yeah, it has like stuff. Yeah, that set, which I've got the volume 2 set. It's a cool picture. And then there's stuff like, it is stuff about some of the guests. This was before they announced all the guests, and also Diane Keane dropped out, and also just at the last minute, Caroline Munro wasn't able to be there. She unfortunately got the virus, so that means she wasn't able to. And she called saying she got the virus, just like I think it was the night before they did the show. So instead, they got the actress Marilyn Smith to do it instead. So yeah. But yeah, apart from Caroline Munro and Diane Keane, all the other uh, people who were announced, to be that, they were there, and they were all great to see. So if you might know, when I went to the last event, I bought this book, which is by Noel Cronin, the founder of the channel, and got him to sign the book. And I've been reading through it, and it's very good. And I talked to Noel when I went to this event, and I told him how much I liked the book, and said it was very good. Yeah, and in the book, he's worked as a film producer before he founded the channel, and he worked on a film that was shown on Talking Pictures TV quite recently. It was a film made by Renown Films, which is associated with Talking Pictures TV. It was a film called The Ghost of Greville Lodge. They showed that quite recently on the channel. And I really like the film, actually. I'm not just saying that because Noel is really nice. I thought it was actually very good. It was a film with George Coles and Prunella Scales, and I mentioned that to Noel when I talked to him about it. Of course, she's married to Timothy West, who was one of the guests at this event. So yeah, that was cool. And if you've watched previous videos, you might know that at the last event, I got this autograph from Caroline Munro, and this is a picture of her from The Spy Who Loved Me. And I got one from Madeline Smith, who replaced her at this event. And I got this picture of Madeline Smith with Roger Moore, and this was on the set of Live and Let Die. She was the woman who, if you remember, James Bond used that magnetic watch to unzip her outfit, and she actually explained how they did that. They had like men pulling a string, and the string was on the inside of her outfit. So yeah, and she, before Live and Let Die, she actually also worked with Roger before on an episode of The Persuaders, and they had another actress there called Jane Merrow, and she worked with Roger Moore on an episode of The Saint, and they all said he was a lovely man. So yeah, that's great to hear. And she was also in Carry On Matron from the Carry On film series, and she also appeared on the Two Ronnies. So that's really cool because I love Carry On movies, and I love the Two Ronnies, and I love the Bond films as well. So I was happy to get this. And as you might, I said I've seen Jeffrey Holland perform as Stan Laurel before at the previous one, and that was really good. And yeah, seeing him do that again was really nice, and the interview he did on stage after was very good as well. And I was able to meet and greet with him, and I got him to sign this picture of him. So that's him there. So this is from a series, Heidi High, which he did, a pretty good series, and he put like Heidi High Jared and Jeffrey Holland, and yeah, that was really nice. And there was another guy there who was getting a signature from Jeffrey Holland, who said to him that his, I think it was his son or his grandson, he said he loves Heidi High, and he said, could you write this signature, sign it for him? So that was nice. And the woman who was with him, I guess she was his wife or something, but she was with the guy getting the signing, and she said she just looked at her phone and said, "You'll never believe what I just saw." Yeah, and she got a text from somebody that's saying, make sure you meet Jeffrey Holland because this son or grandson loves Heidi High, and it was a coincidence that happened. She just saw that text right when they're meeting Jeffrey Holland, But yeah, that was really nice. And he was a very nice guy. He actually remembered me from the last time because I did go up to him at the last one and told him how good his Stan Laurel was. And when I went to this one, he told me, you've gotten taller since the last time. So yeah, that was really nice that he remembered me. I bought this poster, a Talking Pictures TV poster. This is very cool, showing pictures of people who are often like featured on the channel. So that's cool. And I bought this DVD set from Renowned Films. So this is a picture. This is a box set of containing interviews from previous events that they've done. Well, most of them are interviews. Apart from it says John Gregson and also Sam Kidd. Now, obviously, those aren't interviews with them because they passed away years ago, decades ago. But they're things like remembering them, like tributes to them on stage. If you look on the back, it says remembering Sam Kidd and remembering John Gregson, whereas the interviews are talking pictures with that person. So yeah, I mean, you can watch these interviews on their catch-up service called Encore, but I think it's really cool to get these interviews on DVD. And yeah, I look forward to watching them. It's not quite the same as seeing them live, but it's still nice to see those interviews on that DVD. One thing I'd like to mention was when I was waiting to get the autograph from Madeline Smith, there was a guy who walked past me, because he'd got an autograph before me, and he walked past me. He had a Three Stooges tie on. So it had their faces going downward. It had Larry first, and then Moe underneath, and then Curly. And I thought that was a really cool tie, and I told him that I really liked it, and yeah, I think he was happy about that. One thing that was cool was, they have the woman Lola Lamore who sings like old, timey songs during the intervals. And one of the songs she performed was Minnie the Moocher, which she even said was kind of fitting, since they had Jeffrey Holland there, who was in the TV show Heidi Hi, in the song Minnie the Moocher, it has the Heidi, 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 Heidi. Yeah. And it also made me think of the Blues Brothers. When she was singing that. And she also performed the song that Jessica Rabbit sings, when she's first introduced in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Um, so, that song, just made me think of Jessica Rabbit, to be honest. And one of my favourite of the guests there being interviewed was Timothy West. I love seeing him because he's a great actor. Um, he unfortunately he couldn't do like the signings because he has problems with writing. They said, um, but yeah, I really enjoyed watching him in the show Brass. Really do enjoy this show, and one thing I've watched as well was there was the Dad's Army: The Lost Episodes, where they recreated three of the lost episodes from the original series, which were lost, and he played the character of Godfrey. Now, in the original series, Godfrey was played by Arnold Ridley, and there's an interview on this DVD set where he says he has a special connection with Arnold Ridley because Arnold Ridley was also a playwright as well as an actor, and Timothy West said his parents first met because they were in a play, The Ghost Train, I think it was, which was by Arnold Ridley. So he said, like, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. So yeah, I think that's a cool connection they have right there. And another thing is Jeffrey Holland here. He was in one episode of the original Dad's Army, which is cool. And also this show, Heidi High, was by the same creators as Dad's Army. And I think he appeared in a few other things that were written by those writers, Croft and Perry. I think he had a good working relationship with them. Yeah. Also, there was this guy there called John Hewer who does like this Tommy Cooper tribute act. It was very good. His act is called Just Like That, which is a catchphrase of his. Very good at impersonating him. And I looked up the guy, and he's actually very young, so it's nice to see another young person be into like this classic comedy. And I looked him up, and I found out that apparently he also does impersonations of Harold Steptoe. and Spike Milligan. So that's pretty interesting. But I think my favourite one of the guests that they had there was the guy Ray Dorset, who's the lead singer of the band Mungo Jerry, who are best known for their song "In the Summertime." You know, in the summertime when the weather is high. Yeah, I love that song. And yet he was really great on stage. He was great in being interviewed. He's a great storyteller, and a lot of the stories he told that I already knew because I'd watched the Todd in the Shadows video on Mungo Jerry. Although I think from some of the stuff that Ray said, I think Todd in the Shadows actually got a few things wrong there. But yeah, Mike Reed actually said, the funny thing is, this place where this theatre was that I saw this in is in a place called Dorset, Ray Dorset. And not only that, but Ray Dorset actually lives there in Dorset, and Mike Reed pointed that out. And he said there's no other singers that live in a town that's, or it's a county that's, their last name, and there's a singer called David Essex. He said, David Essex doesn't live in Essex, but Ray Dorset lives in Dorset, so that was funny. But yeah, what was great was he kind of defended some of the lines in the song that maybe might be seen as politically incorrect today. There's two lines in the song. The one is if her daddy's rich, take her out for a meal. If her daddy's poor, just do what you feel. The other one was have a drink, have a drive, go out and see what you can find. He kind of explained it and said what people think those lyrics mean, that's not quite what they intended, and explain the meaning behind them, which I appreciated that, him explaining that and justifying them. And after at the end, he performed that song, and he taught people how to sing along to it, going, yeah, that was great. And and we got to sing along, and he's still great at singing that song. And he also talked about there's a hit song that he wrote that is called "Feels Like I'm in Love." It feels like I'm in love. He actually originally wrote that song for Elvis Presley, but then he died before he could record it. Yeah, that's pretty interesting, and I knew that already because of the Todd in the Shadows video again. But yeah, that is a very interesting story. Another thing was I was recorded, being part of the audience. At the one in March, they recorded the audience for like an advert where we were all shouting "Sam Kid." Yeah, but for this one we did. We went the footage detectives because that's the thing they do on the show. So I'm guessing there's going to be an episode of the footage detectives in the future where they show the audience all going the footage detectives. Yeah. So yeah, me and Dad were part of that audience, which is really cool. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this event. Thanks for watching, everybody, and bye.